Cat President 2 because this game's been in production for like 3 years. So that's why we're here playing this, because I wanted to play Cat President 2 with her so that she could see Whiskers. Oh, hey, Paul. So Paul is the developer.
Oh,
hey!
Exciting. Thank you, Paul,
Hi, Paul.
for having Whiskers.
Yeah. Hi,
Australia.
James, and hi, Suze. Nice to meet you. I'm going to try to watch the chat. We have the what?
Oh,
Poor
poor kitty.
She's in a better place.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
She was very sick, and she was with me for 14 years, so.
Hopefully you guys can hear us okay. If not, I'll cut us up a little bit. I actually think I'm going to do that anyway. And then let us know if we need to cut the game up or down or anything when we get started. Okay, so let's get going. Do you want to play, Jillian?
You do controls. Tell me when to talk.
Okay, well, I'm just going to be clicking through, so.
Go for it.
Cat President time. Let's cut this up.
I'm just gonna laugh the whole time.
It's cool. Okay.
Do you want to turn the TV audio off?
What did I do? No. Return.
No? Wait, we're gonna
There.
hear it through the TV.
Yeah, you can turn the TV up a little bit.
Okay.
Because that's the audio for
Okay. So. Let me make sure I remember
them.
what pathway we're doing.
If we get
real
all the
quick.
way through and there's no Whiskers, it'd be very sad.
I'm checking your message that you sent me, Paul. Okay, got it. Okay. Sadly retired. Okay, I saw the campaign buttons on the options listed other grand titles, like Pizza Boy and Francie Drew. Yeah, that's true. Though you should buy those games as well. Is that what it said in options? Oh, yeah, look, I'm in this game. Go buy this game. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm actually looking for the message, too, so I can remember. Okay. Do you want to be me?
Yes.
Okay, you can read.
What do you mean you fixed my resume?
Your resume. Oh, here, you should be Don.
You're done.
Your resume was a disaster. That's what I mean. No internships, no prior business experience, no nothing. You can't honestly expect to get hired with that.
Oh, hang on.
But it's the truth.
Look, I know it sounds mean, but everyone lies on the resume. I just wanted to give you a competitive edge, so I added a couple of things to make sure you get hired.
Let me look at what you wrote. 3 years working as the secretary for a chief executive law officer. International
There's lots of
yo-yo
buttons.
champion. Youngest person to ever walk on the moon.
This is Paul's dog, Cedric.
Oh, he's a darling. This is...
Oh, this is a tutorial. I'm gonna cut this down a little bit because it's a little loud. Okay, so I'll let you make decisions. There are gonna be lots of puns, yes.
This is terrible. You have to change it back right away.
Is that your option?
Yeah,
Is that your
that's what I'm
choice?
going with.
You don't want to marry the dog. There's lots of love in
I mean,
this
I do
game.
want to marry the dog, but I had to choose between lying on my resume or not.
Okay.
This is terrible. You have to change it back right away.
Trust me, as your guidance counselor, I guarantee you that this resume will get you a ton of job offers. That's why I sent it off to 50 different companies earlier today.
You did what?
I sent copies of your new and improved resume to...
That does it. I knew coming here for career help was a bad idea. I'm leaving.
Don't go away! This is good! Your get upset at me proves that you have executive management potential. We can put it in your resume.
Goodbye, jerk. Oh, I feel bad to say that to that dog. I couldn't believe Don would do something like that. I promised I would never be fooled by a jerk like him again, or my name isn't, what is my name anyway?
Oh, that was because I tested the part of the game.
There you go.
You were gonna put your name in?
Sure.
Jillian.
Dylan.
Perfect.
Jillian. So mean to my doggy.
I knew Don was only trying to help me, but I was still furious at him for messing with my resume. So what if I've ever only had one job in my life? It's a good job. Well, sort of. Oh, Catalyst. Oh, God.
This is gonna be the whole game. Just prepare yourself.
I'm so ready.
Jillian was like a villain who is mean to Cedric.
I accept this. So mean to my father.
It literally is going to be the whole game.
I love it. I work as a driver for Uber, the cat ride-sharing service. Cats can't drive cars, so I get a lot of business. Hey, there are 3 cats who all need rides to the convention center at 9 o'clock today. If I time it correctly, I can take all 3 of them and make a lot of money. I accepted the jobs and drove out to the first location. A fancy-looking cat entered my car. Oh, cute.
I'll read the cats if you want.
Please. Good
It's
voices.
about time. I hate to be kept waiting, you know.
Sorry, mister.
I'm Poopsie. Poopsie the Ninth. Surely you've heard of me before. Voices! Literally.
Oh, Paul. Actually, I haven't.
What? How can you not know about the great politician Poopsie the Ninth of the new clash of Poopsies? You must be familiar with our matriarch, President Poopsie.
Oh, of course. We learned about her in school. Wasn't she the first cat to become president after humans were banned from the government?
Which is a great idea. Yes, indeed. I'm proud to say that Poopsie is my great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. I'm going to follow in her paw steps and be elected this year. That's why I'm here, you know.
What does being here have to do with becoming president?
You really don't follow politics, do you? The fancy furballs are announcing their 6 presidential candidates today. It's just a formality, though. I am obviously going to win. Oh, this is another cat. Don't count your kittens before they're hatched, Poopsie.
Oh.
I have just as much a chance of making it past the primaries as you. Earl Grey. I must say I'm surprised to see you here yet again. Oh, you can't see part of the reading? Okay, hang on 1 second. Let me Oh, I see, because we're too big. I will... Whoopsies. I will just ruin everything.
Oh, no.
There. There we go. Okay. So named because I have a friend who names her cats after teas. Aww. Earl Grey, I must say I'm surprised to see you here yet again. How many times do you have to lose before you'll finally give up?
Are you running for president, too?
Indeed, this is my 6th campaign, and I'm sure I'm going to win this time around. Please, no one in their right mind would vote for an old has-been like you. The voters will obviously pick a more cultured, distinguished cat like me. I bet you don't even have a pedigree. You know full well I have a law degree from Purnell. Pedigree, not pet degree. You need to get your ears checked. My ears are just fine, thank you. Who cares if I'm 19? Age is just a number. In your case, a very large number. I can compute numbers up to 10 digits long. It is ideal for determining the number of voters in the country.
Ah! What are you?
Rude. I am a robot cat. My name is Feline. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. I'm Jillian. These 2 cats are Poopsie the Ninth and Earl Grey.
My facial recognition software has already identified them. They are listed as prominent politicians. I will reclassify them as rivals.
Your voice.
What are you talking about? Processing. Done. 38.25%. Number falls in the acceptable range. What's going on? Are you some kind of computer? Is it not obvious? I too am running for president, and now that I know you two are my competition, I calculate I have a 38.25% chance of winning. More like a 0% chance of winning. The party already wants me to win. I'm surprised they're even bothering to hold the primary. You both presume too much, after already declaring victory when you don't know who the other 3 candidates are yet. Incorrect. I have narrowed the list of possible candidates down to 30. Using predictive analysis, I believe I can safely determine who the other choices will be.
Hold on a second. I'm confused. I thought President DJ Nibbles...
He's from the first game.
I'm regretting not watching it. Was running for re-election this year.
He is, but he's a member of the Sharp Claw Party. We're all fancy furballs, you know, the other political party.
Oh, that explains it. In any case, here we are at the convention center.
My gratitude for getting us here with 80% efficiency. Ditto. It'd take forever for me to get these old bones here if I had to walk. Don't forget to vote for Earl Grey. DJ Nibbles was voted by people who played the first game to be the official canon president. Those two are delusional if they think they can beat me.
The candidate scurried out of my car, and I pulled out my phone to see what other riders I could pick up in the area. That's when I noticed I had received an email.
You have received an email.
You're hired? What's this about? Dear Jillian, your prior experience is most impressive. You are one of the most qualified applicants we received. We would be honored to have you work for us. Oh no, this is about the fake resume that Dawn made up.
Thanks a lot, Dawn.
Sorry.
Please meet us at the convention center at 9 o'clock today. Convenient. To discuss the terms of your employment. We are excited to have you serve as campaign manager for one of our candidates. Campaign manager? What kind of job posting? Wait, is this about the election? I've been hired as a manager for a presidential campaign? I looked out at the convention center. It was almost 9 o'clock. Well, I'm already here. I might as well go inside and tell them this is just all a big misunderstanding. Let's read it.
It's fine. It's all the same.
We just accept it and roll on, don't we? I parked my car and entered the building. Almost immediately, I ran into a cat. Good, after she parked the car.
Yeah.
Oops, I'm sorry. I almost stepped on you. Oh,
Hey, no worries. You missed me by a whisker. Literally. Ha ha.
Oh, good. I thought you might be mad.
Me? Nah, my name's Mr. Biscuits. What's your name, sport?
I'm Jillian. You seem like you're in a good mood.
I'm in a great mood. Can you believe I'm one of the 6 presidential candidates? Me. Gosh, I've never been so much as a town dog catcher and they still picked me.
You're not a politician?
Heck no, I'm just a single tomcat working 6 days a week at the cardboard box factory to make a better life for my kitten. I don't have time for politics. That's why it's so funny they decided to pick me as a candidate. But now that I'm here, I'm gonna try my hardest to win. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I agree. If running for president isn't fun, what's the point? I should be giving some of these to Adam.
No, I'm good. I'm enjoying this.
Who are you?
I'm Banders, the handsome one. Don't believe the rumors that I'm bonkers. The only thing I'm bonkers is about is America! And balls of yarn, those things are awesome.
Nice to meet you, Banders. You're also running for president?
Running? No, I prefer jogging, but all forms of exercise will be accepted in the Banders administration. Hi, Banders, I'm Mr. Biscuits. I'm also here to run for president. I guess you could say I'm your competition, haha! Hi, Mr. Biscuits. It's good to meet another cat whose passion for the country is only outdone by his love of breakfast treats.
Wow, these guys are way less intense than the 3 I met earlier.
This is pretty low.
Do either of you know who the final candidate is?
It's me, gorgeous.
Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh, I know you. You're the famous actor, Kaleidoscope.
The Kaleidoscope from the hit TV sitcom White House Cat. My daughter and I watch your show all the time. I blame Michael for the puns. Michael's the writer.
Yeah.
Oh, go on. No, really, go on. I do love meeting fans. I can't believe this. You've won 3 daytime Meowmies. Your paw print's on the Clawleywood Pounds of Fame. It's truly an honor to meet you, sir. Well, thank you very much, but you should know I'm taking a break from acting for a while to focus on my political campaign. Oh, is that why they killed your character off and made that dog president? Highly unrealistic, if you ask me.
Wait. You played a president on a TV show, and now you think you can be the president in real life?
I don't think it, I know it. Everyone loves celebrities, and everyone loves presidents. What could be better than a celebrity president?
Too real.
That's well pointed. Maybe someone with actual experience in politics?
But I don't have any real political experience. Yeah, me neither, not really. I read a newspaper once, though, and I say that totally counts. See, I'm a famous name, and that's all that matters.
Well, I suppose experience isn't everything. After all, the fancy furballs want to hire me as a campaign manager, and I don't have...
Oh, good. You're finally here. I'm Champagne, one of the party leaders. I take it you're Jillian.
Yes, Miss Champagne, but I should tell you.
I apologize for bringing you on board at the last minute, but one of our normal campaign managers got stuck in a tree. We needed a replacement as soon as possible. The job pays $10,000 a month, and it lasts until November. That is, if your candidate is the one the voters pick in this month's primary.
$10,000 a month?
We decided the original photo for Champagne was too scary. This is the less scary version.
She's intense.
Whose cat is this? Are they okay? You'll accept the job, won't you? We're desperate. The presidential race starts today, and we need all paws on deck in the political revolution against President DJ Nibbles.
Of course I'll accept the job. I only have one question.
What's that?
Whose campaign am I going to manage?
We're going to let you decide. So this is where the pathways split.
Okay.
So to see Whiskers, we're gonna have to pick Poopsie. Which,
Something of that.
yeah.
That's fine. That's what she's probably should be a winner anyways. Me? Really?
Consider it an apology for not giving you any advance notice. You can pick any of the 6 candidates.
okay, so we'll have to pick Poopsie. But
Oh, I'm thinking. I thought about the 6 candidates I had met. Poopsie seemed confident he was going to win. Almost too confident. He came across as kind of a political snob. Now, Earl Grey was the other career politician who had lost multiple elections in the past. Would his experience help his campaign, or would voters think his time is past? Fee Line was the strangest, no doubt. He seemed focused on precision and statistics, not surprising considering that he's a robot. By his own admission, Mr. Biscuits was a dad, not a politician. I wonder why they picked him to run, and if he could handle the stress of a campaign. Vander seemed a bit unpredictable, but incredibly passionate about his beliefs. He would certainly need a firm, guiding hand to keep him in line. It would be fun to work with the famous celebrity like Kaleidoscope, but see, he seems to have no idea what he's doing. Will his fame be enough to guide him to victory?
Moocher says this reminds me of a guy who got elected in Denmark with promises of tailwind on the bike paths, better weather, better presents at Christmas, and more Renaissance furniture at IKEA. He obviously did this as a joke, but he got elected to our
Oh
parliament.
my god.
That's funny.
Ouch. Which one should I
Oh,
choose?
sorry, I clicked too
it's fine,
fast.
I memorized it. Okay.
It's cool. So we're gonna pick Poopsie,
Poopsie.
the party favorite.
He's a pretty boy.
Poopsie Chapter 1, in which we learn a lot about Poopsie's family history, like a lot,
Oh, good.
from the archives of the future Poopsie the 9th Presidential Library.
Nice. I decided to pick Poopsie the Ninth. Out of all the candidates, he seemed to have the best idea of what he was doing. Good. Less work for me. So pretty. Hello, Poopsie. I'm your new...
Chauffeur, I know. Thank you for not bowing, by the way. It will save us so much time to skip the formalities.
Actually, I'm...
Anxious to get a picture with me so you can share it with your friends? I get that all the time.
No. What you don't get is that my name is...
Unimportant, trust me. Until you have a famous name like mine, you don't know what a benefit it is to be a nameless nobody. And speaking of nobodies, where's Jillian?
Right here.
No, Jillian is the name of my campaign manager. You're not even wearing a 5-piece suit. Remind me to send you a copy of the dress code.
Oh boy, things are already getting off on the wrong foot. I should... Oh no. Will be nice. Officially introduce myself, please. Poopsie, I'm Jillian. I'm your new campaign manager.
Impossible. I was told that...
Champagne hired me just now.
Oh, well, if you know her, then I guess you're not lying. It's just...
What?
Well, I thought my campaign manager would be Lord Pancake. We worked together when I ran for governor.
I didn't know you were a governor.
Oh, yes, the majority of the United States presidents were governors. It gives you the necessary executive experience for leading our great nation. But also, running for re-election as a governor is so much easier than running for re-election as a senator. I know from personal experience.
You ran for senator and governor?
And won! Twice. I'm the first cat in history to serve as a senator and governor at the same time. What? The campaign would probably have killed a lesser cat than myself, but of course I was already pretty famous then, which helped immensely.
Geez, someone sure doesn't have any problems with self-esteem.
Becoming president is the next logical step. Once I become president, my place in history will be assured. I will be the most famous Poopsie since Poopsie.
Right, you mentioned earlier that you were related to President Poopsie.
President Poopsie was the very first cat to be president of the United States of America. I'm honored to be related to my noble great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother.
That's a lot of greats.
She was a great cat, and my first action as president will be to have her picture engraved upon our currency.
Oh, you're gonna put her on our money? Which dollar or coin?
All of them! That's how wonderful she is. Whenever people spend legal tinder in this country, they shall be reminded of her, and by extension, me.
Hey, this isn't a scam just to give yourself more publicity, is it?
Why do I need publicity? I'm already guaranteed to be president for 3 terms. 4 if I'm lucky.
Whoa, wait a minute. I thought no person can be elected president more than twice.
No person. I'm a cat, so that law doesn't apply to me.
But that's not what...
Hey, Britt. And hey, Shinra, I didn't say hey to you. Oh, don't get your whiskers in a twist. I was joking. What I'm implying is that I will be so popular, they'll amend the Constitution. That's what I
That's a rough one. They didn't say that out loud, did they?
Constitution to allow me to be president even longer.
Oh, that's...
Part of my 10-year plan. Not something we need to worry about quite yet.
I was gonna say incredibly presumptuous, but whatever. This is probably a good time to change the subject. Oh, me. So Poopsie, tell me about...
Poopsie the Ninth. Poopsie the Ninth is... Wait. I'm not going to say Poopsie IX. Poopsie the Ninth is also acceptable.
That's okay. I'd rather call you Poopsie. I'm technically your boss, so I don't have to stand on ceremony with...
And set a terrible example for all those for whom I am magistrate? No, I insist that you call me Poopsie the Ninth. Nicknames are so vulgar, you know.
How about I call you Big Poop?
Michael wrote that? Poopsie is fine.
So Poopsie, tell me about yourself.
You say that like you haven't already read my best-selling autobiography, Feline Privilege is a Myth. That might have been me.
Never heard of it. I just want to hear it directly from you.
Ah, yes, there is nothing better than first paw experience. That's why I shall be a fantastic president. I have experience in all levels of government. Not only have I been a governor, but I've also been a senator. Indeed, I was both a governor and a senator at the same time, a feat no one has ever accomplished.
You already said that.
Before that, of course, I was a state senator. I gathered over 95% of the vote for my district. True, I was running unopposed, but I still blush with pride to think of my success. And before that, I served as county supervisor. True, I only worked the job for a month before beginning my senatorial campaign, but it was a valuable learning experience.
Is it just me, or does he sound like he's giving a campaign speech?
This was right after I graduated from Clawford University. As I said in my valedictorian speech, your destiny is not greatness, but rather your greatness is destiny.
Are we being nice to Poopsie or not?
Whatever you want to do.
I feel like we need to help his self-esteem. That sounds inspirational.
Okay.
That sounds inspirational. I bet everyone at school loved it.
Ah, I wish. After the second hour of my speech, most of the audience had fallen asleep. Luckily, the video of me giving the speech is available online. I wonder if Soo-jung could get in the Clawford. He's a smart boy. He knows how to sit. Yeah, Soo-jung is Brit's kitty.
Oh, is he watching?
He is.
You gave a speech for 2 hours.
4 hours. I hope to break the record for longest Senate speech someday, but of course my legislation is always so wonderful. There's no need to delay it with long speeches.
Right. You know, you still haven't told me about yourself yet?
What? Oh, you must want to know my humble origins, for although my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother is a legend, I was born to simple parents who...
No. I mean, tell me about yourself. What are your interests?
I am interested in the pursuit of history. Why, I have read more books about my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother than anyone else.
Do you have any interests outside of your famous ancestor?
Of course, the wise Poopsie III was a member of the Supreme Court. I am in the process of memorizing every case that he helped decide. His legal opinions are fascinating. I reference them in my speeches as much as I can. But of course, I prefer to quote the inaugural address of my fearless progenitor, Poopsie I. She was a pioneer for cats' rights, and she is my great-great-great...
I know you're related to the first Poopsie. You've mentioned it like 5 times already, and besides, you're named after her. I want to know about you, not her.
Soo-jung says this cat talks too much, will not be getting his vote. And then Paul says, I've not heard or said these puns out loud.
The great-great-great-great-great is getting a little grating.
I do not understand.
Don't you have any hobbies or interests outside of your political career? What do you do for fun? What's your favorite video game? Tell me stuff like that.
Video game? Ah, yes, I especially enjoyed Replacing the Humans, the educational game where you meet famous cats like my great-great-great...
You're talking politics again.
I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're asking.
What do you do when you're not campaigning?
I sleep, of course. What else is there to do?
I mean,
I bet he's the life of the party.
don't cats sleep for like 19 hours a day or something ridiculous?
Something like
That
that.
makes sense. Poopsie might be rude, entitled, pretentious, self-centered, obnoxious, delusional, overbearing, bougie. I could go on and on. But he also seems to care deeply about his work, and he's willing to do what it takes to be a success, even if other people are against him. And I can work with that. Agreed. I would have chosen Poopsie anyways.
Poopsie Chapter 2, in which we learn about Poopsie's campaign strategy and hear still more about his famous family.
Alright, we can do this.
We're doing this for Whiskers.
I decided to take our little business meeting outside, hoping a change of scenery would help stimulate our mind.
Can I have another chocolate?
Yes.
Plus, I need some fresh air. Some of those politicians in there haven't licked themselves clean in a while.
Ugh.
That's a gross thought.
Now that the introductions are out of the way, we can get started.
Introductions are out of the way, but you haven't asked me any questions yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want me to sign your voter registration card?
I don't have that on me, and what I meant was that I haven't had the chance to introduce myself.
Oh, honestly, I know cats sometimes say I'm too formal, but I've never met a human that is so as obsessed with proper introductions as you are. What more could there possibly be to say?
Do you know where I'm from?
I wish Poopsie and I talked about more of his famous family. Of course not. Silly stuff like that doesn't matter unless... Wait, are you from a battleground state?
No.
Well, I paid close attention when one of my assistants summarized your resume for me, so I'm pretty sure I know everything I need to know about you. But if there's something I've missed, I'm sure you'll let me know.
You didn't read my resume?
I don't have enough time to do every single thing myself. A good leader knows how to delegate, and I, of course, am a superb leader.
You know, it's probably for the best you didn't read my resume. It's full of lies anyway.
Thanks, Don.
Done.
Now that you mention it, I suppose I do have a question. How many assistants do you have?
None. I'm self-employed.
No assistants? That's quite unexpected, but wonderful. It will make our travel arrangements all the easier. You will, of course, be traveling the country with me.
Of course. I think we should come up with a general plan for what we want to accomplish in the next 2 weeks before we...
You're quite humorous, Jillian.
I am?
I have already decided upon an agenda for the rest of the campaign. My advisors came up with 12 different schedules for me to review, but before I picked the best one.
Wow. So your assistants did a good job?
My advisors, Jillian. They are completely separate from my assistants. Sheesh, it's like you haven't run a 50-person political campaign before.
Uh-oh. Poopsie looks suspicious. What should I do? Let's lie. Let's lie.
Lie like a
I
politician.
like it. I'm in this. How dare you question my integrity? I'll have you know that I am more than capable of running a political campaign. I totally have lots of relevant experience.
Such as?
I'm very good at talking to other people, and I'm open to new ideas.
I was thinking of something more along the lines of 5 years working with Vice President Toaster.
I don't work with vice presidents. I work with presidents. That's why I'm here with your campaign. You want to be president, don't you?
I want to be president, and I will be president. Just wait and see.
Phew, I managed to dodge a claw there. Getting back to your schedule, you say you've already got one drawn up. Would you mind giving me a copy so I can look it over?
Yes, but I doubt you'll find much room for improvement. It's modeled after the campaign trail that my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother set forth on.
I suppose there's no need to change a winning strategy, but it's possible we might have to update her plans. She did live a long time ago.
How could you say that? She lives today in the hearts of all patriotic Americans. Only a truly evil person could...
Oh no. Have we upset Poopsie? What was that?
Ah, excuse me, that's one of my alarms. It's a reminder that I have to post my daily message to my followers.
You write a message to your followers every day?
Ah, I know humans are terrible with technology, but that simply won't do for my campaign. In the world of instant communication, people expect their politicians to be on top of everything. So yes, I write daily messages on the state of our country. The citizenry? I can say words. Deserve nothing less.
When you put it that way, it makes sense. What are you gonna write?
President Nibbles is a disgrace to our country. His remarks show he is out of touch with the average citizen, and he deserves to be replaced. Vote for Poopsie the Ninth. Hashtag Poopsie.
Wow, you sound really passionate about this. What exactly did President Nibbles say?
I don't know. Haven't looked it up yet. If that word was spelled wrong. I don't think it was spelled
No.
wrong. I think I just said it wrong.
Yeah. What?
I haven't had time to look up what our stupid president has to say about the fancy furball nominations. I've been busy talking to you. You know this. Don't act surprised.
But if you don't know what he said, why are you condemning it?
I condemn everything the president does. That's my greatest political strategy.
You can't be serious.
I am. I get the most engagement on my social media whenever I complain about the president. It really gets my base fired up, so I make sure to complain constantly.
I did a quick glance at his social media feed. Sure enough, there were a lot of complaints. President Nibbles is awful. Nibbles should be impeached. And President Nibbles is incompetent.
Incompetent.
Hey, you made a typo on this one? You should fix that.
Typo, please. I don't make mistakes. I spelled incompetent that way on purpose.
Why would you intentionally misspell a word?
So I could get a plethora of media attention? Thanks to me, incompetent was trending on Glitter for 2 whole days. It was a great boost to my campaign. We even sold incompetent coffee mugs on our website.
But isn't that dishonest?
President Nibbles is the dishonest one, pretending he's a capable leader when he's a know-nothing incompetent. America deserves a strong leader, someone in line with my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother, not that charlatan, DJ Nibbles.
You know what? I feel for Nibbles. Let's suggest the president might have some good points. President Nibbles can't be completely bad, otherwise he would never have been elected.
He would have never been elected had I been his opponent. The fact that we lost an election to that fool fills me with shame for my party and my country.
Yes, but I'm trying to say that about half the country voted for him, right? Aren't you afraid of offending voters by attacking the candidate they picked?
They have chosen poorly. They deserve to be publicly shamed for it, just as much as that ridiculous Nibbles does.
But isn't that bad politics? You should try to reach out to those voters instead of attacking them.
I am reaching out to them. Once they see how strongly I criticize President Nibbles, they'll realize the error of their ways and vote for me.
I can see he's not going to change his mind no
Hey,
matter
Jason.
Oh, sorry, I was reading other stuff.
Oh, it's fine.
You know, maybe it's too early to focus on President Nibbles. You're not campaigning against him yet.
What? I most certainly am.
No, you're campaigning against Banders, Kaleidoscope, and that cat that's named after tea, the one type of food, and the one with the creepy eyes.
None of them stand a chance against me. I'm the party favorite, so I will surely win the nomination. It's what my great...
Your election is not a sure thing. Do you even know what your poll numbers are?
They are incredibly high, I'd imagine. No one in their right mind would ever vote for someone other than me. Your job as campaign manager will be kitten's play. I'm voting for Creepy Eyes.
What family history?
Creepy eyes for president. I'm glad you're confident, but overconfidence is something we don't need. I'll just check online and see what you're polling at. Wait, 75%?
Huh, that is rather low. No doubt one of the other candidates is experiencing beginner's luck. No matter, I shall swiftly put that plebeian into place.
You might need to wipe up your computer after. I stared at my phone, shocked. Why was Poopsie so popular?
Momo, since the cat's in Momo's her other cat.
Oh.
Okay, sorry.
Why was Poopsie so popular? I mean, I know he has a ton of experience and name recognition, but to be honest, he's kind of a stuck-up jerk. Obviously, I'd never say that to him, but still. I could tell that having him for a candidate was going to be kind of rough. Maybe voters see something in him that I don't.
Definitely writing in Momo. For president, Poopsie Chapter 3, in which we make an assessment regarding the arrangements of Poopsie's dating life.
Dating life?
Yeah,
He doesn't have time for a
there's
dating
definitely
life.
romance in all of this.
I kept an eye on the news over the next few days. The Shark Claw Party tried to discredit Poopsie with an expose about his eating habits. It says here that last year you ate $2 million worth of Pretty Kitty fancy food, High Society edition, while at the same time signing legislation to cut back on food
Look
waste.
at the balls
Is
of
it balls
yarn.
of yarn?
On the
I thought it
pillows.
was. The cat throwing up behind it. Oh my god.
So?
It sounds like a waste of taxpayer money, and besides, it Isn't it totally hypocritical to expect other people to spend less on food when you're buying super expensive food yourself?
When you're an aristocat like me, you have to eat the best. But don't worry, I will address everyone's concerns with a well thought out litter post.
Oh, good.
LOL, dumb Sharpclaws try to and fail to humiliate me for eating. Laughing face, morons.
Poopsie! That's almost the exact opposite of a well thought out post. You ignored what your critics were saying and just made fun of them for questioning you.
That's how wait, what? Feline is trending?
I saw a news piece on that. Apparently the speech you gave yesterday went viral among scratching post enthusiasts.
Viral, I'll show that computer for brains a virus.
Oh no, Poopsie. Please don't do anything rash.
Rash, huh? I'll show that computer for brains that he's trash. No one takes media attention away from Poopsie the Ninth. I'm like spitting all over myself.
He has a lot of keywords. It's fine.
That's so attractive.
Poopsie was so furious. He canceled his appearance at the Pawlitics Association
What?
and hunted down Feline.
No!
Well, at least we're not going to the Butt Lickers Association. Be glad of that.
Paul, was that you or Michael? That was Michael.
All caps.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, good lord. We found him. Oh, that's you. Sorry.
We found him inside a Circuit Kitty store at the mall. Circuit Kitty store. Oh.
Remember when Circuit City was a thing?
I do.
A 50 terabyte hard drive will be insufficient. I want 51 terabytes, one for each state, and an extra for Washington, D.C. Here, no, you be sales associate.
I told you it will cost twice as much if we add extra memory. Why don't you get the one with full cloud functionality instead?
Oh, baby, that is the good stuff. Jacques, how do you say it? Jacques Feline, what do you think you're doing? I am in the process of purchasing a computer. I'm not talking about that, you peasant. I'm talking about you stealing some of my votes. Don't you know that I'm supposed to win this election? Politics is in my blood. Correct, but politics is in my programming. The fact that you are the great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchild of Poopsie is irrelevant. This only has 5 greats, and he's been saying 6 the whole
it's
time.
the other guy saying it, so he's trying to make him seem less great.
Oh, maybe. The best candidate will win the election. Wait, what? Yeah, I just noticed that. Poopsie's been saying 6 greats, but Feline just said 5.
Well, see, Poopsie called back.
I'm sorry. I didn't beta test this pathway. I'm not responsible. Curses. That's a lot of terabytes. I hope that system has really good cooling. You're wrong.
Actually, he's right. The best candidate will get the most votes, and...
No, I'm not talking about that. He got my lineage incorrect.
Hey!
Oh! So everything's fine, Paul. Poopsie the First is my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother, not my great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. Were you playing with me, Paul?
I would like to point
Oh,
out
you weren't kidding.
Foot Licker in the background, real quick.
Oh my.
And I believe we have Forever 2.
Where?
Oh, yeah,
Forever
Forever
2?
2.
I think that might be Starbutts.
Starbutts? That's funny.
Blocking it, I can't tell. We're gonna discipline Poopsie.
Okay.
He's out of line. I couldn't handle it anymore. I pulled
Oh
my
my God.
squirt bottle out of my bag and took aim at Poopsie. Feline interfered before I could pull the trigger.
The 31st Amendment to the Constitution strictly forbids the non-consensual use of squirt bottles except in cases of self-defense.
Yeah, I know, it's just...
What's wrong, Jillian?
I've only been working on your campaign for a day, and I'm already sick of hearing you explain your relationship to Poopsie 1. Can't you just say you're the 9th descendant of Poopsie?
Absolutely not. That would mean we started counting at 1, and Poopsie the First would never count herself as her own descendant.
You know what I mean. Stop calling yourself the great whatever. You're grating on my nerves.
This is the wrong version of grading.
Oh.
Sorry, Paul. This is the wrong version of grading. It should be G-R-A-T-E.
Is there
Great.
G-R-A-T-I-N-G.
Or G-R-A-T-I-N-G.
Unless he's using it as a pun, which I forgive him for.
Yeah, unless you're punning. It's intentional. Okay. Footlicker got nothing on Butt Lickers Association. Okay. If it's a pun, it's fine. Tell you what, we'll let the robot here decide. Feline, be a doll and tap into your genealogy records to calculate how many greats I am. Go back as far as you can. And I mean all the way back. Why my lineage can be traced back to the great cats of ancient Fleagift. And let's hear how many generations removed I am from that. Simple. You are the great.
Oh,
you
no,
have to, you have
no,
to.
no, no.
Okay,
You have to.
here we go. You are the great.
Oh gosh, so there's not more. Oh no.
Really?
Oh no, I think Feline short-circuited.
Okay, Italic's pointing out puns, pretty sure. V allows it this time as it's a pun, but you're on thin ice, mister. I'm so sorry, I never intended for this. Great doesn't look like a real word anymore.
What does great mean?
Perfect, just as I planned.
Oh, wait, you're saying this was all just a plan to hurt Feline?
He's just like laying down, and like I like how the picture's just cut off.
I like how his eyes are dark now.
Of course, I told you I would do this. He'll think twice before trying to steal my share of the votes again.
So does that mean you're not actually unhealthily obsessed with your grandmother?
Don't be so crass. I adore my noble ancestor, but I'm perfectly fine if people just call her Poopsie the First. Someday they will call me Poopsie the Magnificent. Haha.
Right. Let's just go. Oh my god.
Poor feline. Great grandson of great error. Memory caught in repeating loop. Rebooting systems.
Poopsie's plan actually worked. For the rest of my week, Feline avoided criticizing him. He criticized all the other candidates, but not Poopsie. Personally, I think he was afraid of getting another Mew screen of death. Feline rose a bit in the polls again, but this time he took votes from other candidates, not us. Poopsie's polling remained steady at around 80%. Literally, no one was surprised when Poopsie ended up sweeping the East Coast primary. I ran to the office with the good news. It's Whiskers.
Oh,
you
it's
guys.
Whiskers!
That's my baby. Look at her. She's so pretty.
She's so beautiful. She's right in the front because she's the best
Also,
of
'cause
all the
she's so
cats.
tiny. You have adequately captured how teeny tiny she was.
She was little. Look at her. She's here.
Thank you.
What a good kitty.
She is the best kitty.
I hope Poopsie's path is entirely sabotaging all the other candidates. They're taking a picture of
Yeah.
Whiskers in the game.
Thanks. All right, here we go. Poopsie, we won. The results say that. Huh? What's going on here?
Be some cats, Adam.
You're
Oh. Hey, lady, wait your turn, will ya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go
I'll do
ahead.
this one. Yeah, no cutting in line. We were here long before you were.
Such uncouth behavior will never gain the favor of a cultured feline like my beloved Poopsie.
Why is my office filled with cats?
You
Look,
can be
I've gotta be
Whisker's voice.
Whiskers. We're here with the first lady auditions, of course. Whiskers is gonna try to be the first lady.
Oh, you gotta be First Lady Whiskers!
First lady? Like the president's wife?
Jillian, you're here? I thought I gave you the day off.
You did, but I wanted to discuss the election results with you.
What is there to discuss? I won in commanding fashion. I'm sure most of the other candidates will drop out now, and we shall win the West Coast with greater numbers.
Oh, well, yes, it looks like you're sitting pretty for now, but I don't think
I think this was you.
that's you.
Adam.
Oh, sorry.
Obviously.
Hey, quit hogging all the hunky boys. Meow.
How rude! You are going home without an interview. Goodbye.
Aw, dang.
Well, you sound like a man, so that's a good choice.
Sorry. Should I have gone high?
So, first lady auditions. Are you interviewing for a wife or something?
Indeed I am. Over 95% of U.S. presidents have been married, therefore I should marry someone to improve my odds of winning the presidential election.
Okay, that is not a good reason to get married.
It is an excellent reason. I'm a high-profile candidate, and therefore I must keep a mind to the election in everything I do. That includes my personal life. Besides, I simply must marry soon. It would be a tragedy if I were to deprive the world of the glory that Poopsie the 10th will surely bring when they inherit my place as president in 8 years.
You already named your child before the first date? That's not how finding a girlfriend works.
Well, siring Poopsie the 10th is just my backup plan anyway. I'm sure in time they'll change the Constitution to allow me to serve as president for life.
At that point, I think America will have changed from a constitution to the clown institution.
Ayo! Whoops.
Oh,
Mumbling to yourself again. That's a bad habit that you really must eliminate, but I suppose I can tell you something in confidence. You promise not to tell anyone else?
definitely not. I
Don't tell
promise.
anyone. Good. The truth is, the whole getting a wife thing is not my idea. My advisors insisted upon it. I wish I didn't have to go through with it.
Poopsie's gay. Whoa, I've never seen Poopsie like this before. Is this his real personality?
Marrying for political gain seems wrong, especially since I'm 90% sure that these auditions are all just a pretense. My advisors have already picked a bride for me.
Really? Who?
They want me to marry Snowflake, the daughter of President Daisy Doodle. You remember the cat who was president before DJ Nibbles? I agree that will probably help my campaign, but an arranged marriage to a cat I've never met?
An arranged marriage in politics? I didn't know that was a thing. That seems so old-fashioned.
We wouldn't get married until after the election is over, but still. What do you think I should do?
I think you should marry Whiskers, but let's tell
She
him to
could be
follow
first
his
lady.
heart.
Okay.
I think you should follow your heart, not your advisors. If you don't love Snowflake Doodle, you shouldn't have to marry her. Also, great name.
But what if it tanks my political campaign?
I highly doubt that voters are going to pick DJ Nibbles over you just because you broke up with someone.
I disagree. A high-profile breakup could devastate the campaign. How could a candidate be expected to run a country if they can't even handle their own love life?
You said the wedding wouldn't take place until after you won the election, right? So you don't have to worry about it yet. Wait until after the primaries, or, at least wait until you first meet Snowflake.
I see. I suppose I have a lot to think about now. Thanks, Jillian.
Thank you. It's nice to see the real Poopsie.
I assure you, I haven't the faintest idea of what you're speaking. This is merely a normal conversation between a presidential candidate and his campaign manager.
I'm pretty sure most candidates don't ask their managers for love advice.
I'm not. How dare you suggest such a thing? Now, if you excuse me, I have important business to take care of.
Sure you do. Poopsie.
Poopsie Chapter 4, in which we find out what it takes to win the heart of our fair Poopsie.
Wonderful.
We saw Whiskers, yay!
That was so fun. She lives on in the screen forever. That's basically like a reality show contestant. It's fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Poopsie announced to the room that the speed dating auditions would soon begin. Each applicant would have 5 minutes maximum to speak with their bachelor candidate. Oh, we're gonna stay and watch.
Okay.
There is no way I'm gonna miss this. Is it too late to get popcorn? Poopsie sat behind the table with his 2 advisors on either side of him. I had met the advisors a few times before. One word, stuffy. They were so stuck up. It was like they thought their litter didn't smell. I was hoping one of them would draw up a chair for me to sit in, but they ignored me completely, jerks. I was forced to sit with all the various cats.
Okay, candidate number 1. What is your name?
You want me to do that? I'll
You
do
or
the-
Adam,
I'll
yeah.
do-
Okay.
It's supposed to be ladies. So
Oh.
I don't know where.
can feel it.
I know. I'm Molly Melly Mooly Gooly, and I'm so excited to be here. You're one of my personal heroes.
It's always great to meet a fan. So, why do you think you'd be a good first lady?
I think that any cat would be a good match for you. You are so wonderful. You make everyone around you better. Just bathing in the glow of your majestic presence is sending goosebumps down my tail. One of the advisors quickly stood up and whispered something in Poopsie's ear. Poopsie nodded.
Molly, your voter's record said you first became a registered member of the Fancy Furballs 2 years ago?
Yes, I was a sharp claw for most of my life. How old is this cat? 2 years. But I switched parties when I...
We've heard enough. Next.
Oh. I still love you, Poopsie.
Candidate number 2. What is your name?
Oh,
Oh, this is a boy.
go for it.
So no girl voice, huh?
No girl voice.
I mean, if you want to, if you feel like you can.
Whatever
I'm
you feel.
Kaleidoscope, and I'll be auditioning for the role of Poopsie's vice president.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
I'm one of the 6 presidential candidates. We're scheduled to be in a debate together?
I remember now, but what are you doing here? I'm looking for a wife, not a vice president.
You are? That said you were looking for a long-term partner.
Oh, you used a personal ad to look for a first lady?
Don't be silly. I use Scratch.com. Next.
Greetings to everyone, and special salutations to Sir Poopsie the Ninth, for whom we have all gathered. I am enthused that a cat of your stature would deign to speak with me.
Ah, finally, someone who knows how to show the respect that is due. The great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchild of Poopsie the Ninth.
I would be a very respectful first lady, demure, supportive, and of course, I have over 3,000 different callers.
Ah, excellent.
What's so great about having a lot of callers?
I am shocked at this remark. It matters a good deal, Jillian. Haven't you seen any news reports about the current First Lady?
Yeah, I guess. I never pay attention to those. All they ever do is talk about her outfit. I think it's kind of sexist, to be honest.
That's you.
Exactly. The First Lady is only good for wearing fancy clothes and standing behind the president, so it is the utmost importance that she have a large wardrobe and the ability to remain upright for long periods of time.
Terrible. I am glad to see we have a candidate who understands the finer points of politics. Unlike the other boors, you have most definitely gained my approval.
I dare not presume to gauge the depths of your feelings, for we have known each other but a short period of time. But I dare say that my enthusiasm far outstrips yours.
Oh.
Nay, if there be outstripping here, I believe it is your eloquence that outstrips your enthusiasm, for the grace with which you speak enlightens the heart and mind.
Oh, Poopsie.
Thank you for the host, Blake.
My speech may be eloquent, but yours is fine and cuts straight to the heart of the matter.
The heart of the matter, indeed, for it is our hearts that is the matter here.
Enough with the fancy talk. Just make out already. My heart is telling me things that my mind does not dare contemplate, dearest Poopsie. I fear this may all be a dream, a fancy vision in the night.
I assure you that my presence shall not be dispelled so quickly, as long as you are willing to fly with us to the West Coast primary, of course.
I shall love to go to the coast with thee, oh dearest Poop. It is a perfect place to see if this relationship should deepen, or be bittersweetly revealed as a shallow nothingness.
Yes, we must know if our love will blossom as the rose, or if it will wither on the vine. Fair one, I wish not to be separated from you so soon, but I...
Do not speak, my love. I understand that you have politics to discuss, and I, as First Lady, do not need to be versed in that realm. How could I care about politics or world affairs when you are my world?
Well said. I shall consult with my advisors while you... Oh, you shall take the personality test in Felty Oath. Not that I foresee any problems. Our personalities are so obviously entwined, as are our hearts. The scene is so much better with voiceover.
I understand. When one has a refined personality such as myself,
What is this
tis
cat's name?
impossible. Oh, we don't even have her name!
It's just candidate.
'Tis impossible to date someone who is, lower class. Farewell, Poopsie. He doesn't care about her name.
Farewell, dear heart. I anticipate our next meeting with joy. Wow, she is so bae.
Oh, no. Oh, good. You're talking like a normal cat again.
Normal? Psh, there's nothing wrong with the way I talk. A great politician should always use noble speech to inspire the masses.
Inspire, confuse, same difference.
I'm being serious. I always attempt to be dignified whenever I do something because I don't just represent myself, I represent my state and my family line. If I act disgracefully, I would disgrace them, and so I try to bring honor to my distinguished benefactors under all circumstances, although you could be right.
I'm always right. It's true. But what am I right about in this particular instance?
Maybe I do talk too fancy. That could be why I've never had a girlfriend. My stately manner is too intimidating for them. Poopsie is disgraceful all the time.
You've never had a girlfriend before? That explains why he's having wife auditions.
I've tried, but every female I've attempted to court has been frightened of me, confused by me. I don't know how to describe it. Should replace Poopsie with Whiskers, to be honest. That would be awesome. Why do you think women don't flock to Poopsie?
He is pretty toxic. But let's say maybe he's trying too hard. We'll go nice on him.
I would support a Whiskers coup. My brother's being deployed overseas tomorrow. I'm sorry about that, Blake. Well, best wishes to him.
Maybe you're trying too hard. You're always worried about your career and presidential ambitions.
But that's why I will be a good president. I never stop trying.
Yes, but that's a little too much pressure for a first date. You need to get to know the other person first before you start going on about marriage and running the country.
But that cat just now, she and I seem to connect instantly on a deep level. I've never felt this way about a cat before.
Ha.
What's wrong?
Nothing, it's just the way you phrase that sounds, well, it's almost like you're implying that you've had feelings for non-cats.
And? So what if I'm attracted to humans? Almost every cat likes humans. There's nothing abnormal about it.
Whoa, no need to get your whiskers in a twist. I didn't mean to...
So what if no one in my family has undergone the cat-to-human surgery? That shouldn't make a difference. I don't want a repeat of the situation with Diana.
Situation with Diana?
I refuse to say anything more
I
on the
am
topic. Jillian's
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
Yes, I
Genuinely
refuse.
bored.
You will not darken my heart on this. The most wonderful of days when I met my beloved, Did anyone catch her name?
One of the advisors stepped forward at this point. The pair had been huddled in the corner, going over data charts. At least, that's what they were pretending to do. In reality, they were playing Minecat on their phones.
You don't know her name, but she was the one we picked. We picked? Nay, my heart picked her. No, I mean, that was Snowflake Doodle. You know, the former president's daughter. We told you she was the best choice to further your political career. No, that was Snowflake, but she seemed so normal. This is honestly the best vibe on this awful post-election day.
Yes. That's not... that is not at all the word. Sorry, guys. I would use to describe Miss I wish I was an 1800s belle.
Oh, here you go, Adam.
I assure you that was Snowflake. We told you she was a good match.
I see.
Why does he look so disappointed all of a sudden? I thought he really liked her. This is enthralling.
Poopsie Chapter 5, in which we record a podcast because that's what all the cool cats... Oh, all is misspelled.
Oh, no.
All the cool cats are doing. Yeah, they're humans in this universe. We're playing as a human.
I'll read that.
Okay.
My dearest Poopsie the Ninth. Oh, it's Snowflake, isn't it?
Yeah.
Much have I suffered in our 2-day separation. To be apart from you for so long is the most painful agony I have ever experienced in my brief life. You gotta be able to read it. It's fine. I try to console myself by saying we have not known each other that long, that we are, as of yet, the merest of acquaintances. We have not even shared kibble together. But such consolations bring much of pain and little of comfort. How long did we speak? 5 minutes? 6? Certainly not long enough to justify the longings I feel
Oh
in
my
my
god,
heart.
I can't believe we didn't have voiceover for this game. Well, if you decide to do a voiceover patch for the game,
You have willing candidates.
yeah, we got
free.
you.
Perhaps you have forgotten me. Perhaps you no longer know what I look like. It would be reasonable were this true, but for me, it would be heart-rending. For my heart is already rent with your image. Yes, you have been permanently etched upon my heart like a tattoo, so it cannot beat without you. It is a poor substitute for the real thing,
You okay?
but it is all that I have.
Music.
The music's good.
Please write to me soon so I can justify my longing.
Satisfied.
Yes, wow. And bring an end to the unbearable torture that is your absence. Yours, most sincerely, Miss Doodle. Snowflake. That is touching.
That was really good.
Oh,
I cried a little bit.
Did you?
Did you?
Whoa, she signed with her first name? It sounds like things are getting pretty serious between you two.
Oh, indeed. It's all so complicated. What if she... But no, that would... No.
No what?
None of your business. My thoughts are mine alone, and I'm not obligated to share them with others.
I don't see why you're getting so worked up. She seems like the perfect girlfriend for you.
That's exactly the problem, Jillian. She's too perfect. What if her personage is merely a facade? What if she's just pretending to like me because of my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother?
In other words, what if she's catfishing you?
Yes, exactly. What if we were to marry, and then she turned out to be a two-timing Scarlet Molly? Or worse, upper middle class.
I don't think you have to worry about that. She comes from political royalty. You know she's rich.
Brings a tear to my eye. Ah, 'tis true. Yet still I worry. I've won the heart of the nation, but can I truly win the heart of the fair Miss Doodle? What if you were to marry and then she turned out to be a catfish?
Ooh, that's a possibility.
That'd be terrible.
Yes, he can win the affection of Stokely Doodle. She's amazing. I think you have a good chance of making the relationship work. You're both from very noble families, and you speak with
an eloquence that inspires all who hear it.
Sure. I was gonna say you speak without stopping. I've never met a cat who has more in common with you.
Like an actual fish, that'd be wild. Just because two cats have a lot in common, it doesn't mean they should be married.
I agree. Not to change the subject, but what are we doing here?
Look at
The
this.
images in the back.
There's
Yeah.
somebody holding a little kitten in front of a microphone.
Oh, it is.
Was that an Ethernet cable?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an Ethernet cable. Yeah.
Feels like we should be talking fish in this game. Please try to read the daily schedule updates. I'm being interviewed for the nation's #1 political podcast. Oh, pod, why is this happening?
Oh, it's a Cat 5.
It's a Cat 5 cable, guys. Cat 5. Ew.
That's good. Is that the podcast where the hosts cry all the time, or is it the one where the hosts yell all the time?
Neither. It's the one whose host effuses elegance in all monologues, no matter what the topic. His use of elongated verbiage has been a model for my career.
Translation, he says a lot because he doesn't know anything.
Here we go, Adam. Look,
Poopsie.
you get to be this guy with the ears.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
Jetty.
Poopsie, glad you can make it. And this must be your campaign manager, Jillian.
Hello, Jetty. Are you going to talk about the election on your show?
Ha! Is there anything else happening in the news right now? I've been building up to the election for months now. Although,
What is it?
off the record, I'm disappointed in the primaries this year. It's the most boring political contest I've seen in my life.
Because I'm so obviously going to win, none of the other candidates have a chance.
Yeah, you and Earl Grey are the only ones with any government experience. And he more or less took himself out of the race when he accidentally ate that sandwich upside down.
He was upside down or the sandwich is upside down?
He was
Upside down.
It's my friend Jetty. I have to go do things now, but have fun with the cats and the present. Bye, Britt. Thanks for being here. I saw that video. Can you believe it? He actually had the peanut butter on top.
Oh,
Everyone knows that in St. Louis, you eat the peanut butter on the bottom. Gosh, what an amateur. The sandwich was upside down, yeah.
I know, right? That'd be like putting ketchup on your mouse burger in Sclamento.
Sacramento.
Sacramento. What a maroon. I have no idea why the other 4 candidates were even allowed to compete. They're not going to win.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they're running for vice president, just trying to raise their political profiles, you know?
Well, whatever the reason, all the no-name politicians totally threw off my bracket.
Definitely how you pronounce that. Sacramento.
Your, bracket?
I played fantasy politics, obviously. None of the cats on my team made it to the final 6. I'm so disappointed.
Who was on your team?
The cats I thought would become president are Elizabeth Kitten, Joe Meowden, Chloe Booker, Kamala Harris?
Hair. Get it?
Harris, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
No, that's only 5. Didn't you get a 6th pick?
Yeah, I had the twin senators from the Twin Cities, but they were caught having simultaneous affairs with Representative Frisky. All 3 of them were forced to resign.
Ooh,
Oh,
scandalous.
I can't believe you didn't have me as your top pick. Wow, I keep hitting the wrong thing.
I thought you were going to run the next election, not this one. Sorry. So, you ready to cast some pods?
Oh, Michael.
Just one question, Jetty. We need to know if it's gonna hurt Poopsie's career. podcast going to hurt Poopsie's career?
Of course not! I would never attack one of my guests, especially not one as wonderful as Poopsie. I'm a fancy furball supporter, all the way.
That sounds false.
I would never agree to be on a show that does not treat me with respect and dignity. My advisors and I prepared responses to all his questions, and I assure you they are most excellent.
Oh, well, if you approved all the questions in advance, then I'm sure it's fine. Once again, the advisors are making decisions without me. Is it just me, or does it feel like I'm not really the one in charge sometimes? I stepped back, and the two of them took their seats in the recording studio. After several minutes spent trying to get the recording software to work, the lights dimmed, and the podcast started. True life.
Hello, and welcome to Oh Pod! Why is this happening? The #1 political podcast in the world! That's right, it's official! We're #1! We're #1! Thanks everyone for stuffing the ballot box at the Podcast Awards. By the way, your support is appreciated. I am your podcast master of ceremony, Jetty, and I'm delighted to introduce our guest, who is my longtime personal hero and all-around amazing cat. He won in the East Coast primary without having to lift a paw, and he's sure to cruise to victory later this week in the West Coast primary. Please welcome Poopsie the Ninth.
Greetings, Jetty.
It is so clawsome to have you on the show. Really, Radiclaw. I love you so much, dude. I can't believe you're actually here. I'm so humbled to be in your presence. It's like my brain is no longer able to function.
This pose was labeled Jetterific. B&J. I have that effect on some people, yes.
I have a long list of questions that I've been dying to ask you. Let's start with an easy one. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling more than adequate at this moment, for the only thing higher than my enthusiasm is my poll numbers.
That's great! We've got plenty of other questions to ask you. But first, you have to subscribe to our Patreon in order to receive this exclusive premium content. For the low price of $50 a week, you can hear the rest of this podcast. Go to the website and give me money!
Hey, Paige. Poopsie is very cute.
Wait, the free version of the podcast is one question long?
So goodbye to all our non-subscribers. See you next time, and make sure to give the podcast a 5-star rating. I appreciate your support. Now, Poopsie, clearly, your biggest flaw as a candidate is that you are far too likable. Everyone loves you. There is literally no good reason not to vote for a candidate like you. You are certain to defeat President DJ Nibbles in a 40-state landslide. And because you are so super fantastic, amazing, wonderful, I love you, it has led to a low voter turnout. Voters are asking themselves, why should I bother to vote? Poopsie is going to win no matter what. What do you say to those voters?
Who's the guy talking right now, by the way? I think it's Adam.
He's so good at this!
He's over here off camera.
It's exactly the voice I would think for this guy.
First of all, thank you so much for supporting me. It means a lot, truly. But the best way to show your support is by voting. So go out there and have fun, ensuring my electoral victory.
Wow! So inspirational! It's like voting for you is more important than breathing. It makes me wish I had 12 children, just so they could all vote for you.
Thank you, Jetty. Why don't we have voiceover in this game? I don't know, Paul, you made these decisions.
I tuned out the podcast interview after that. I had heard enough. Jenny was obviously going to give Poopsie a bunch of soft claw questions rather than do a real interview. Bored, I went back to the lobby and opened the podcast feed on my phone. It showed all the comments that people were making on the stream in real time. I noticed they all had one thing in common. Hey, why are all the cats commenting on Poopsie? Where are all the humans?
Itch instead of Twitch.
Oh my gosh.
Poopsie Chapter 6, in which we accidentally get flirty with Poopsie.
Oh,
Okay.
scandalous.
Are you ready?
He does like humans.
Should we do a cookie break?
Oh, that does sound lovely.
Just cookies?
Talked about making cookies, yeah. I did some quick research. Poopsie had high polling numbers in the fancy furball party, true. But his most enthusiastic supporters were all cats. Humans didn't like him as much.
You deserve a Nobel Prize for this game, Paul.
Flirt with the cat.
Since humans greatly outnumber cats, that could be a problem with the general election. What if President Nibbles manages to secure the human vote? We'd be in major trouble. We need to expand his support among the human community, but how? Is there some way to make Poopsie more popular with humans? Oh, definitely dress Poopsie in a human suit. Yeah, duh. Obviously, the clear winner. I know, I'll force Poopsie to wear a human suit for a week so he can understand what it's like to be a person. He looks so cute in his little outfit and dress him up with girls and ribbons. And while that happens, I'll dress in a cat suit and try to figure out why cats love him so much. We'd look so cute in our matching clothes. No, that's ridiculous. I should try doing an all-human rally instead. Aww.
You can have some, Paige. We'll beam them through the internet.
A brief online search revealed there was a popular Humans for Poopsie Facebook page.
Facebook page.
Oh, boo. With over 500,000 members. They posted new things about 3 times a day. Exactly what I'm looking for. Let's see what they posted. Poopsie. His politics are just like his name. Crap. Poopsie the ninth. 9th time's the charm. Everybody Poopsie. Poop, 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 poop. That's what the internet sounds like. What's the difference between Poopsie the Ninth and a historian? One never shuts up about his great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother, and the other is a historian. Oh, jeez. This isn't a real group of Poopsie fans. It's just a bunch of trolls. They're probably all members of the other political party.
I like this guy's name. Jube Hugendern.
Looks like he did this and came up with a name with it. I was about to close the webpage when one image caught my eye. It was a picture of Poopsie with tears coming out of his eyes. The caption read, "Sorry, Diana, Granny said you had to go." What the heck? The post had 3 comments. 2 of them were people tagging their friends, and one was a cartoon of a super buff Poopsie in a tuxedo tap dancing. I didn't get it. I also want to see that. He mentioned something about a Diana before, but he didn't say anything besides her name. I guess I'll just ask him next time I see him. I didn't see Poopsie for another few days after that. Geez, dude, I thought I was your campaign manager and not one of your fans, and you're 5 fingers on. I finally tracked him down at the regional fancy furball office. Poopsie was cozying up with a familiar face. Was it his girlfriend?
Is it Snowball? Yeah.
Snowball. Oh, Poopsie, I love you more than accurate exit polls.
Oh, Snowflake, I love you more than redistricting.
Am I interrupting something?
Oh, no, nothing at all.
Of course not. We would not be so bored as to touch noses when our relationship is yet so young.
Yes, indeed. Why, I haven't even met her parents yet. No, we're definitely not doing anything untoward.
I don't really care if the 2 of you were kissing or whatever. Snowflake gave a loud screech and fell backwards onto a fainting couch.
Fainting couch.
Water! I need water! Perhaps some smelling salts.
Oh, Poopsie, how attentive you are to my needs. Your compassionate concern moves me to tears.
And I am moved to tears. Tears of joy upon your miraculous recovery. That foul suggestion my manager has made, banish it from your mind.
It is already banished. I wish to banish every thought from my mind, save those that are of you. I want you to be all that I think of every moment of every day. Dear Poop.
Dear Snow.
Oh, dear Lord. Give me a break.
Is there some reason you've come here, Jillian?
Yeah, I'm your campaign manager. I've been looking for you for days. Where have you been?
I've been with my fair Snowflake here. We have been, as you commoners say, getting to know each other.
You can't ignore the election just to hang out with your new girlfriend. Votes before emotes, Poopsie. Votes before emotes. Oh, me again. But there is no need to focus on the campaign right now. Poopsie has already won.
You're correct, dear heart. I have a 76-point lead over my opponents. I think I can take a break and enjoy some much-needed relaxation time with my beloved.
Look, I agree you have a commanding lead, but you shouldn't rest on your hindquarters. At the very least, you shouldn't cancel all the events on your schedule.
Events on my schedule? Oh. I think I know what the problem is. You didn't get the updated schedule for my advisors, did you? As per my last email.
And that's another thing. Why are you going through your advisors all the time? I'm your campaign manager. You should be consulting me first, not last.
Wrong cat.
Humans are so needy, aren't they?
I know. Always begging for attention from us cats. Don't they know we are the important ones?
Poopsie!
Look, I'm sorry my advisors are keeping you out of the loop. If you have an issue with my advisors, bring it up with them, not me. It's not my fault.
But it is your fault that you rely on them so much.
They're my advisors. I'm running for president. It would be foolish not to rely on them.
Here, here. I have also had advisors guiding me from my youth, and I have grown into a fine beauty with the most distinguished taste.
Oh, so elegant, so wonderful. I find myself to be jealous of these advisors who have known you much longer than I. If only we had met when we were kittens.
My heart beats faster at the mention of such a happy event, for then we could have spent our whole lives together, but nay, be glad it was not so. As a kitten, I was oft unruly.
You are so refined, I cannot imagine any defect in your personality at any stage in your life.
Yet it is true, when we were living in the White House, I sharpened my claws on the curtains of the Linux bedroom. That was not right.
Linkson?
Oh.
Like Lincoln, Linkson. Okay.
Got it.
How devious! I would have never expected it.
Ah, the impetuousness of youth, how terrible it is, and yet how great. For through my youthful mistakes, I have been able to mature into my present self.
Verily, none can call you impetuous. You are the most level-headed, the most discerning cat I know, and this very trait redounds to my pleasure, for you have accepted my suit. Why are we talking like this?
This is tough. This is tough. All right, here we go. How could I not? I would have to be 1,000 times more foolish to reject the paw of the great Poopsie the Night.
Linux bedroom is in the feline White House.
Ah, cute. And just like that, they've totally forgotten about me, and they're back to flirting. Jeez. Criticize them. This is obnoxious. You two are being super gross right now, and if voters could see this, your election would be in jeopardy. Voters? Disgusted by love? No. Rather, they would be inspired, as Poopsie inspires me.
Yes, ours would be a love to command the attention of the nation.
You clearly don't get it, whatever. I turned around and headed for the door. Leaving so soon? It makes one wonder why she bothered to interrupt in the first place. Not that I mind having you all to myself, dear Poop.
And yet, every moment we spend together is a moment closer to our inevitable separation. It is to be celebrated and mourned.
How can I mourn when you are nearby? I shall save all my mourning for the day you die. Oh, God. Die? Die. Oh, that reminds me.
Of what?
Where is this going? I'm gonna murder the president.
Oh.
Who's Diana? What? Are those rumors true?
No, they're baseless, I can assure you. My honor is without...
Honor be forgotten, the look on your face speaks volumes. Is it true, then? The two of you were engaged?
No, I could never... not with a human.
You were engaged to a human?
No, I shall prove it, dear Snowflake. No human has ever meant anything to me, and no human ever shall. Jillian, thou art a foul rogue. Hey, CJ.
Hey, same to you, buddy.
I can see it now. You're trying to stir up trouble between me and my beloved Snowflake because you want me all to yourself.
What?
Foul seductress, do not think you can sway me with your luxurious hair, your kissable lips, your lap, which has held many cats before.
Is he complimenting me or insulting me?
I am glad my advisors do not include you in the campaign, for you are rude and deceptive. Do not attempt to interfere with my life again, lest you be fired. My life? What is my life without you in it, Snowflake?
Oh, Poopsie. The two of them entwined tails and whispered sweet things into each other's ears. I will never understand my life, ever.
Poopsie Chapter 7, in which we find out about Diana.
Cookie break?
Yeah, I'm thinking cookie break would
Cookie
be
break.
good. Cookie
I'm
break.
gonna start cookies.
Okay. How's the chat doing? We can discuss.
The drama
A lot going on.
of the Poopsie.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
You seem
Yeah,
like
I know.
sure.
Yeah.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not how you said it the first
I
time.
think
no,
I
no.
am.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think.
No, it's good. It's fun.
When the Pizza Boy came out, I
Yeah.
purposely did not beta test it because I wanted to go in completely blind.
Yeah.
And I streamed, and that one doesn't really have branching pathways. It has like a few like puzzles and stuff though
Yeah.
that you have to get through. But I played it blind on its release day,
Cool.
and there was like a big plot twist at the end, and I was like, whoa!
Cool.
So,
Yeah. That's fun. Tell me, I'm never
Do-
gonna play it, so
huh?
I'm never gonna play it, so what's the point?
Okay, well, since
You're gonna spoil it for everyone else.
spoiler for everybody.
Oh no!
Spoiler alert! Plug your ears if you don't want to know about the plot twist in Pizza Boy. But it turns out my character is a time traveler, and I'm part of the like time travel police, and I'm trying to save, or like I went back in time,
Yeah.
No.
Are you having fun? Yeah.
and I go back in time. My character goes back in time to try to save the world from some really big like internet terrorist organization.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Again, I'm spoiling again. And the main character is my dad,
Yeah.
but you don't find that out until the very end of the. But we're like the same age because I went back in time.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No.
Oh, it
How do
probably
they know
doesn't.
when to unplug their ears?
Oh.
Okay, unplug your ears. I'm in this game too. I'm in the Banders pathway. So if we had picked Banders, we would have seen me. But I plan to stream all 6 pathways at some point. They probably won't all be with Jillian, but I'll be streaming all 6 pathways at some point.
Where's Holland?
She's out of town again for work.
That would have been fun to have her.
In my headcanon, V is playing the same character in the same role as in Pizza Boy. Really? The Banders pathway was the one I beta tested, so I got to see myself in it for that. But I guess that makes sense that I'm playing the same role.
To go ahead and create that.
Jillian's making peanut butter cookies. That's why you have the bracelet in both games.
Ooh,
the
with chunky peanut butter?
bracelet.
Chunky.
Do you want any help?
No, it's a stupid simple recipe. You do a cup of sugar and a cup of peanut butter and 1 egg.
Nice.
They're so easy. Have I made these for you before?
No.
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 How rude of me.
I thought you liked me.
I'm undercover. I got it. I like being like a canon character in the Rock universe now. That's fun. But I won't be the same in Internet Court. I'm different there, unless you're gonna tie that in somehow.
Why are you not in the Nancy Drew one? That's like
Francie
yeah.
Drew?
Yeah.
Because that was made before I was like part of the
You'll be in
situation.
Francie Drew too.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not the same character in Internet Court. Internet Court coming soon. That's the next game. Being developed now. That one is gonna be like a FMV game, a full motion video game.
Ooh.
So we actually filmed the video because basically the premise. I don't want to like give too much out, but that one will be really cool because we filmed video for it.
Nice.
I don't
Is
want to
it
say
gonna
too
be
much.
the-
I'm not gonna say too
Yeah.
much.
Is that gonna be the first one that's like that?
Probably, yeah.
That's so fun.
We filmed the video so long ago. Yeah, it was like 3 years ago. Or maybe longer. No, I think it was about 3 years ago we filmed those. Internet Court does have references to Cat President, though, suggesting they are in the same universe. I know that Pizza Boy referenced Cat President. It was 2 years ago? Time just flies, you know?
Corona time.
You're nearing the end of the last case? Sweet. So what are you thinking, like, spring? Maybe it's too early to say. But I try to tie all our games together in weird small ways. I think that's good.
Easter eggs.
Also, so Paul had made these games a while back, called the Awkward Steve Duology, and it's 2 like mini games. And I played those on stream a while back, and I had no idea what I was getting into. Crazy plot twist again.
Let's spoil it.
No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna spoil that one because it's
Spoil
so
all of
crazy.
his games.
It's so crazy, but like the plot twist though for that one. I'm hopeful for January, February. Yeah, I'm not spoiling it. Yeah, CJ was there for that stream. That one was really crazy. We were all like, hopeful for January, February. My birthday's in February, so that would be a great birthday present. February 7th, if you want to write it down. I'm just kidding. Birthday stream, exactly. That would be awesome.
Have you done a birthday stream before?
Yeah. Well, actually, have I streamed on my birthday? Sure. I think I've streamed around my birthday.
Do you do anything special, like a very specific game? Or?
Yeah, I'll sometimes do like marathon streams where I go for like 12 hours.
Oh my gosh.
So those are days I have to prepare for.
Yeah.
So the last time I think when I hit, I'm almost at 1,000 followers now, if you can believe it. But when I hit 750, I did a 12-hour stream.
Oh my god.
And it's not as exhausting as you expect because you're basically just like sitting and chilling for 12 hours and like talking with people. 12 hours is way too long.
Right?
It's not enough. So and I'll do like I can kill like 4 or 5 hours of that 12 hours just doing Jackbox.
Oh
Like
my
on
God.
stream, because even if I don't want to play, like if I just want to sit and watch, like I just host it and people can just like jump in from all over the world and play Jackbox, which is cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Tara usually streams on my birthday. You would literally die if you streamed for 12 hours. I'm sure you have sat in front of your computer and done game development for 12 hours. It's like the same thing.
Were you
So-
just like punching out on stream too? Like
Yeah,
eating
I'll
pizza
just like
and-
make food or whatever and just like eat.
You're gonna be like, bathroom break.
There's a social eating category on Twitch.
No.
So you can actually change to that
Are you
category.
serious?
Except I actually don't recommend that because there are some weird people on the
I
internet.
am not
And
surprised.
Stop eating cookie dough. Stop eating cookie dough. Stop eating.
Sometimes if you like, depending on what you choose as your category, which typically people are going to put the game they're playing as the category, but a lot of people stream things that aren't games, so like music or crafting or whatever. But there are a few categories on Twitch I would recommend never putting because you will get the weird
There's a
people
P
on the
category,
internet.
isn't there?
No.
No, but so the streams I've done where I read a book out loud, I have chosen like the podcasts or one before and
No.
eat the dough.
Eat that dough.
Eat the
Stop
dough.
it.
Don't listen to Adam. I've sat in front of my character for more than 12 hours for sure. Help yourself to throw it. So, but yeah, like I've had people come in when I'm like, because I'm under just like a general like podcasts and talk shows is a category on Twitch, and so the read streams I've done I've categorized under there. But I'll have people come in and be like, I'll give you 25 because I have like a donation link which people never use and that's fine. But like if people decide they want to like donate to the stream or whatever, I've had people drop like $25, $30 with a message that says, I'll give you more if you show your feet on camera. Like that kind of stuff happens to me. And I usually just keep the money and ban them. So
Oh man.
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
Say creepy
Dang.
things get banned and take them.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So but I'm just gonna keep their money. Like it's fine. Yes, God. Oh, good. Yeah, I realized recently I was very aggressively conditioned by middle school home ec to be unjustly terrified of raw eggs. You will die, says Mrs. What's-Her-Face with the
See?
tattooed
I
makeup.
mean, salmonella's pretty serious. I agree, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Salmonella's great.
Salmonella's great. What a way to go.
Yeah.
You know?
You just poop yourself for like 3 days straight. It's fine.
You know, from all that raw chicken you ate.
It's like on Oregon Trail.
Yeah. I'll put that in a second, and it'll take 12 minutes to bake.
Okay. You want to do a little more?
Sure, let's get in a little further.
Okay. Back to the game. when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
The next day, I tracked down some of Poopsie's advisors and politely explained the situation to them. And so, I'd like to be included from here on out.
You didn't get an updated schedule?
What's so funny?
There is no schedule. Poopsie is only going to make one public appearance before the West Coast primary.
Yeah, if he did a lot of campaign events, he might accidentally disqualify himself by making a strange noise or saying that he invented the internet or something. It's smarter not to risk. Voters will like him better if they see less of him.
Agreed. He's currently polling at 90%. It's a waste of time for him to stump for more votes at this point. We're working on fundraising for the general election instead.
Wait, that sounds wrong. He only got 80% of the vote in the East Coast primary? Why is he suddenly polling 10% higher?
Because he got 80% in the East Coast, now the country knows he's for real and the other candidates are doggone. Half of them dropped out of the race.
I see, but isn't it a little unfair to let the East
Oh,
Coast
thanks, Paul.
vote first? Why can't all the states vote at the same time like they do in the general election?
She's gonna comment on that.
Read your line first.
Hey, that's politics for you. The rules are written by the winners. If you think that's unfair, run for office yourself.
I
Tasty
can't,
raw.
I'm not a cat.
Tasty raw dough is better than dealing with pooping a lot.
That's true.
The math checks out. That's too bad. Should have been born a cat if you wanted the government to work for you.
Listen, lady, we've been working with Poopsie his whole life. You gotta trust us here. We know what we're doing.
You've been with Poopsie for years, huh? Then do you know anything about Diana?
His fiance? Yeah, we advised him to dump her.
So Poopsie really was engaged to a human?
Yeah, a total PR disaster waiting to happen. He was ready to throw away his career for some broad, as if a happy and fulfilling relationship is more important than becoming the most powerful cat in the world.
Yeah, I bet you 10 to 1 if she hadn't died, she would have broken his heart within a year.
Good lord.
She died? How? Why?
She died in a freak paperclip accident or something. I don't know. Why do you care anyway?
Why do I care?
You're
You're just nosy.
You're
Yeah.
doing like all the bad options.
Honestly.
I love it though.
I'm just nosy.
Typical human. They say curiosity killed the cat, but at least cats know which butts to sniff and which ones to leave alone.
Hey, I take offense at that.
And I take offense at you talking to my advisors behind my back.
Poopsie, I didn't see you come in.
Clearly. Advisors, will you leave us? I have business to discuss with Jillian. Yes, sir. Leave right away, sir. Bet you $10 she's getting fired.
Actually costs $10.
Make it 20 and you're on.
Poopsie, I can explain.
I doubt that. Sneaking around behind my back, gossiping about my past. I've never met a more uncouth manager.
Hey, I tried talking to you first. You called me a rogue and kicked me out of the room. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to other people because your head is so far up your tush.
Enough. I refuse to be spoken to in such a manner.
What, you want me to speak fancy? Oh, dearest Poopsie the Ninth, whose greater slice many a cheese of noble vintage, I must ask thee if thou wilt deign to inform thy manager of thine affairs.
A joke this is not, but I see your point.
Yoga.
This is, I mean to say,
Yes?
okay, I admit it, I did not mean what I said to you earlier. I was just trying to show off in front of my girlfriend.
Ha! I knew it. Score 1 for the uncouth rogue. That's okay, Poopsie. I forgive you.
I did not apologize.
I'll pretend you did. So, Poopsie, I've got a couple of things to talk to you about, like... Trolls. He needs to know about them. You've got a fan group online that's made up of trolls. They post mean things about you all the time.
So,
So, don't you want to report them for inappropriate behavior?
I've been a famous politician all my life. I'm used to the proletariat saying nasty things about me online. They are merely jealous of my great success. You are so getting the bad ending.
Oh no!
You're picking all the bad things.
I am!
And besides, they're keeping my name out there. The joke is on them. I'm living rent-free in their heads and becoming all the more popular for it.
But these guys are being total jerks.
Why should I worry about some jerks on the internet when I can focus on my dear, dear Snowflake?
Are you seriously that obsessed with Snowflake?
She is so wonderful. The only cat I've ever loved with this much passion.
The only cat, yes. But there was a human too, wasn't there? I've only heard bits and pieces so far. I want the whole story.
Yes, it's true. 5 years ago, I secretly started dating a human named Diana, and there's nothing wrong with that. I find certain humans to be unbearably attractive, yes, but it's not like I'm in love with all humans, and I have to keep my feelings to myself.
You shouldn't have to hide who you're attracted to.
Oh, here we go. But I must. It's different with me. I'm the 9th cat in a noble lineage. I need to marry another cat so I can produce an heir named Poopsie the 10th.
You don't have to have another Poopsie in the...
Yes, I do. I'm the last remaining descendant of Poopsie, the first, besides weird Uncle Elmo. If I don't marry a cat and have kittens, the bloodline dies with me. My brain's all over the place now. I was like, isn't there a character in something named Poopsie? Poopsie Chucklebutt? Google says it's a real thing from a Captain Underpants book, which I read 40 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, that does ring a bell.
But you could always have the surgery to become human and have a human child.
That's what I told my parents when I was dating Diana. But they're right, it's not the same. I'm a political heir, and only cats can be politicians.
So if you become human, if you underwent a cat to transformatio, you'd have to give up being a politician.
Yes, and that's been my entire life. My family's entire life. I just can't throw it all away for love, no matter how strongly I feel.
You love Diana?
I loved her with all my heart, but I fear the relationship was one-sided. Diana liked cats, to be sure, but she was always more of a dog person. I said, fine. If she doesn't love me as a cat, then she'll love me as a human. I even scheduled a date for the surgery, but then...
Your family interfered.
They tried to, but I was headstrong and foolish. I wrote Diana a letter declaring my intentions, telling her that if she wanted, I would become a human forever.
That's right. The surgery is irreversible.
And that's why I had to ask Diana. I had to be absolutely sure she wanted to be with me, that she felt the same way. How many cats have undergone the surgery only to later regret it? I bared my heart. I told Diana everything in that letter. The letter ended up being 7 pages long, so I sealed it with my love and a paperclip.
Oh.
A paperclip? But she died in a freak paperclip accident.
It was my letter that killed Diana. I finally told her how I felt and it killed her.
Oh, Poopsie, I'm so sorry.
How does that even happen? Did she like pull it off and it like stuck into her neck or something?
She ripped it open.
We contemplate all the horrors of adolescence.
Oof, yep.
I like this comment over here.
You missed that
40
whole
years
thing.
ago, CJ time travels and stops along the way to pick up a random Captain Underpants book while traveling back in time. It's my literary priority.
Could Poopsie really be responsible for the death of his girlfriend? I was reeling from the confession, so I suggested that we retire to a local cafe for a stiff shot of milk. Or maybe 3. So wait, you were never engaged to Diana?
No, I just told my family that, hoping it would get them to back off and leave me alone, but it didn't work. The truth was, Diana always kept me just out of reach. Is she named after Diana Gray? That's a question for you, Paul. This is a local bagel store near my house.
It's cute.
Nice.
Did she know? Did she know that I would be the cause of her downfall? Is that why she got a job working for the Sharp Claws?
Diana worked for the other political party? No wonder his parents didn't approve.
I've lost a few loves to fatal paperclip accidents. Sucks when it happens, but you know, it'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yes, and that made the affair more delicious. Ours was a forbidden romance. Little did I know why it was forbidden, why it would never work. I killed my only chance at true love. They told me it was a fatal paperclip accident from beyond the grave, at least.
Poopsie covered his face with his paws and began mewing softly to himself.
Aww.
I've never seen him this vulnerable before. Oh, we're gonna have to comfort him. We've been really mean to him. That's not true. Plenty of humans still like you. I still like you.
But you would never date me.
Oh no, is this where this is going?
Yes, it is.
No.
Oh no.
I would totally date you. Why is there not a choice to say that?
Oh, well, that is highly improper. Wow, is it hot in here or is it just meow?
Diana isn't your only chance.
Cat
at love.
romance! Cat romance!
What about Snowflake?
Ah, that's the one bright spot in my presidential run, besides hiring you, of course. I was so scared that Snowflake would be just like every other politician I've met. Duplicitous, cunning, ambitious. Romance that cat! Romance that cat! Instead, I found in her a kindred spirit. Do you know she also enjoys reading Regency romances?
Not surprising. I have no idea what that is.
Romances from the 1700s and 1800s?
Oh, yeah, that explains a lot about these two.
Indeed, I've been reading them forever. As a kitten, I would use my presidential studies as a cover to read these romances. So much passion, so much precision. You don't see that anymore.
Your presidential studies?
You don't think my political ambition started a few years ago, do you? No, long before I was born, it was decided that I would become President of the United States of America. I was raised with that goal in mind. My parents hired the best political advisors to guide me, to teach me how to speak and act. In my formative years, everything I did went through them.
Are you serious? But why?
Why? Let me ask you. Have you ever posted something online which you later regretted?
Oh yeah, I read some of my old posts from 10 years ago and I can't imagine what I was thinking then.
And if you could go back in time, you'd stop yourself from making them, right?
Definitely. I sometimes worry that one of my old posts that I've totally forgotten about will come back to bite me in the butt.
Now imagine you're running for president. Suddenly, people are combing through every single online post you've ever made ever in hopes of finding a weak point they can attack.
Yikes.
Exactly. That's why I had the advisors, even as a kitten. Every single thing I've ever posted went through a committee first.
Even your off-the-cuff messages?
Especially the off-the-cuff messages. Weren't you paying attention earlier? I picked the message from a group of 3 possibilities that my advisors came up with. I can never say anything that my advisors haven't pre-approved.
And your entire life has been this way.
Yes, my entire life. The advisors have determined what I said and what I did. I wasn't allowed to do anything that could potentially jeopardize my political career. It was the worst childhood ever. Poor Poopsie. Oh my gosh! There's something wrong with baby Poopsie.
Ooh.
You got a minute left.
Hold on, I'm gonna check out a cookie.
Okay, I love this cat so much. I think Michael was working on a Pride and Prejudice game while writing this. It's so horrible looking. Yeah, what happened?
Maybe
What is wrong
3
with
more
baby
minutes.
Poopsie?
This is a baby.
Cook it down. Poopsie melted.
You said 3 more minutes?
3 more minutes.
And what do you say if someone asks if you're having a nice day?
I say that every day is nice when I'm meeting wonderful voters like you. You bring joy to my life.
Wrong! That was a trick question!
Don't answer that question. You could offend people.
But all I'm doing is saying that I'm having a nice day.
And that alienates voters. What about the people who are having a rotten day?
And what if a natural disaster like an earthquake hits? You want to be on record saying, as you're having a nice day, when people are dying, you're completely heartless? I read that so wrong.
My son, why are you crying? Hang on, I'm reading this. I once knew someone who was not even in politics who was careful about everything they did at every moment to make sure that they would have no dirt
Oh my God.
if they were to become president someday and was serious about it.
That person-
Daddy, the advisors are being mean. They won't let me have a normal conversation. I just want to talk normal for once.
You're not normal. You're destined to become president, and I won't let your foolish impulses prevent that. Remember the matriarch of our family.
I love they're in a wine
My
cellar.
noble great-great-great-great-great-grandmother Poopsie the First.
You nincompoop, she's your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. No dinner for you tonight. No crying! Presidents do not cry! You will be locked in your crate for the rest of the day. Gosh, I keep doing that. Dang, that sucks! Baby Poopsie had a hard life. I mean, just look at his face.
Aww. Wow, I had no idea you had it so hard growing up.
I don't talk about it. Talking about my past. That might alienate voters.
So you always did what your parents and advisors said?
Almost all the time. As I told you, there were exceptions. They made me study the founding of the country for months. That's when I read all those 1700-based romances without their knowledge. He grew up to be real handsome, though.
He is a
He
handsome
grew into
boy.
his body.
No kidding.
I got caught a few times, but I was able to lie my way out of trouble by claiming they were research materials.
They never suspected the truth?
My mother did, but she was so proud of me for lying and fooling my father. My darling presidential son is growing up, she said.
So you weren't punished.
Oh, I was punished. She burned my books and forced me to watch. It was terrible, but I learned a valuable lesson that day. I learned to hide who I really am, my true feelings. That's why I hide the fact that I'm attracted to humans, why I hid my relationship with Diana. But now I don't have to hide anymore. Now I have my dearest snowflake, who understands the depths of my heart.
Because her mother was the president.
Exactly. She was also raised in a highly controlled environment, always forced to focus on politics and the public eye. She's the one cat who can truly understand me. She and I are two of a kind. I'm so lucky to have met her, and while she may be suspicious of my past with Diana, I don't think I have to tell her about it. If I do, I might lose her.
Should he tell Snowflake about his love for Diana? Oh. I don't know. What would we do? What would you do? Why would he tell her?
Should he tell Snowflake about his
Why would he tell his current girlfriend about his former girlfriend?
Well, do you want him to stay true to himself, or do you want him to...
Let's tell her the truth.
Dang it, honesty.
Frickin' honesty. You should tell Snowflake the truth. If she really loves you, she'll understand. I'm right.
No, she won't understand. She's a cat, and Diana was a human. The two species are totally incompatible.
That's not at all true. You and I get along just fine.
That's different. You're special, like Diana. You're not like other humans.
Aw, thanks.
Besides, we've only been dating for a week at most. I don't want to ruin my best chance at romance by telling Snowflake my entire sordid history.
I understand, and Oh. I took a moment to gather my thoughts. How did I feel? I felt sorry for Poopsie. His childhood had been difficult, so harsh. Sure, he had a successful political career as a result, but at what cost? He had never had a normal childhood. He didn't get to watch movies or play with yarn. He was forced to study politics every day for years, isolated from his community. Poopsie was scared to speak his own mind. He was almost incapable of normal interaction that didn't involve politics. In many ways, he was to be pitied, not envied. I respect your feelings, Poopsie. I won't tell Snowflake anything.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Just
Jillian.
lie anyways.
I appreciate you.
Should've just told him to lie. Right.
Poopsie Chapter 9, in which we look into the books and make an important discovery. There's 10 chapters in every playthrough, or pathway,
almost
right?
done?
I think so. Chapter 9 and Chapter 10, I think, is all we got. Unless I'm wrong.
As expected, Poopsie won the West Coast primary with all the ease of a seasoned incumbent. There was literally no way he would lose the fancy furball nomination unless... What if his past with Diana was to become public knowledge? After all, the Humans for Poopsie group had joked about it. Clearly, some people knew. I researched the matter, and I was able to pinpoint the source of all the Diana rumors.
That
A
sounds
dog
so
named
good.
Fido. I don't know who he was or how he learned about Diana, but he knew the truth. Luckily, no one seemed to believe Fido outside of the online conspiracy theorists. It looked like Poopsie's secret was safe, except... What? Are those rumors true? How did Snowflake hear the rumor? Finding the answer to that question proved to be more difficult, as I had to ask about it indirectly without revealing I knew the truth. After days of research, well, to be honest, had nothing. But as it turned out, Poopsie was already way ahead of me.
Is that what you... Is that what had you so worried? She heard the rumor about Diana through an exploratory committee.
A what?
An exploratory committee, they research a politician's history and look for skeletons in the closet, so to speak. I've got one researching vice presidents right now. I wouldn't want to pick a vice president only to learn they had a scandalous past, would I?
I guess that makes sense, but what do exploratory committees have to do with Snowflake?
I had an exploratory committee do a background check on her before our first date. I'm sure she did the same with me.
You seriously had Snowflake investigated before you went out with her?
Naturally. Doesn't everyone take that precaution?
No? Did you do a background check on me?
I didn't bother to look at your background because I was busy with the campaign. You came personally recommended by Champagne, the head of the Fancy Furballs. I figured she conducted her own background check.
In other words, I slipped through the cracks with my fake resume. So nothing came up when you investigated Snowflake.
Not really. She and I are both model citizens. It's part of the reason why we're so perfect together.
I don't know. Something about the situation bothers me. You explained why you love Regency romances so much, but what about her?
I don't follow.
She talks like a time traveler from the 1800s. Did you ever ask why?
Nay, she is as eloquent as I. Surely she was required to study elocution and language as a kitten just like I was.
I know you were taught to give speeches from a young age, but that still doesn't explain her flowery language.
Is this really something you should be worried about? So my love speaks as daintily as I do. Honestly, it only strengthens our bond. It's like I've known her for years. Could this possibly have some bearing on our political campaign?
Ooh, I want to investigate her further. Yeah, let's do it. She's
Yes.
suspicious.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, I need to investigate all angles of the situation. And this is a huge gap in her history that the exploratory committee missed.
A huge gap. She speaks regally, befitting her upbringing as a president's daughter. What could be more reasonable, more expected?
Talking like a normal person?
You clearly have not spent enough time with the political classes. Why, next you'll probably say you didn't inherit a foundation.
Inherit a what?
The Poopsie Family Foundation pays me a flat sum every month, which covers all of my needs. Snowflake, of course, is funded through the Doodle Family Foundation. Don't you have one?
No.
Odd. Well, Snowflake has been outspending her stipend, but I assume it's just an attempt to impress me, her new love. Certainly not a sign of financial misbehavior.
Now I'm even more suspicious than ever.
I appreciate your concern for me, Jillian, but there is no reason to worry. Tonight, everything comes to an end.
Dun dun dun. What do you mean? I know the Fancy Furball National Convention starts tonight, but you're not scheduled to speak until the end of the event.
True, true. On Friday, I will officially receive the nomination and give my grand acceptance speech to a crowd of jubilant supporters. And I will do this with my fiancé by my side.
You're going to propose to Snowflake Doodle? For real? This time?
Yes, it's going to happen at the convention tonight. As we make our grand entrance, I will declare my love to her before the entire world. This is a bad idea. You won't tell her, will you?
No, I won't, but I will investigate. The gasp.
Cookie time?
Yeah?
Cookies!
You got it?
Let me see if I fit. Oh, they look very good.
This is a bad idea. You should not publicly declare your love to anybody.
Yeah, no, that's awful.
That is definite.
Unless you're 100% sure that that person
100%.
also
Reciprocates,
reciprocates. Yeah. Hi, Puffy. I don't see how this could go wrong.
Does anyone want almond milk?
Yes. I'll take a small
Do you
glass.
want some nut juice with your nut cookie?
Yes.
Cool.
I'm
Nut
actually-
juice with your nut cookie?
Do you want more water?
Yeah, I'd like more water. I'll get myself some water.
Fancy. Yep. Just 2 spins. Yep.
Spin moves.
Did you just spin around like a dog trying to figure out where you're going?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, wait,
Where?
what?
What? Where? How?
Gotta get those spin moves.
That's how I burn extra calories. I just walk around the house in circles.
Nice.
I too love dunking my cookie in water. Ever wonder how to lose stream followers?
Dunk your cookies
Dunk your
in.
cookie in water.
Yeah.
Let's do the food thing.
So and so has left. So and so has left.
Yeah. No, thankfully, Twitch doesn't announce when people leave.
Oh,
Otherwise,
that's
I would be
nice.
sad all the time.
No one leave me.
Don't go anywhere.
This is really thick. You're right.
I told you.
I don't like that.
I like it on my cereal.
I can see that.
It looks like eggnog
It does.
in that carton.
No, it's almond.
Ooh.
Juice.
Cookie.
Almond beverage.
Cookies? I'm
She
not going
drops
to.
all of them.
At least we have it on video.
We're not going to.
That would
Not
be
anymore.
Sad. Guys, even if these aren't good, pretend they're good because we're on
Okay.
camera.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, this one's falling apart.
Oh, cookie.
You don't have to commit to the bit out of you're not on camera.
Oh.
Oh, no, he's really trying to stop from throwing up.
Yay, cookies. Yeah. That's a good emo choice, CJ. Look, it's a guy looking through blinds.
Oh, nice. They're terrible. You're not
This is
missing
one of
anything.
my emotes. Isn't it cute? This is a crying koala.
Aw.
Really
Oh.
drew it for me though.
Aw.
This is a treat of decent to high quality, certainly.
It's good enough I'm gonna eat too.
Not
so bad.
These are actually really
Yeah,
good.
these are really good. How much sugar did you put?
1 cup of sugar,
They're really sweet.
1 cup of peanut butter, 1 egg.
I
Would you
like
put less sugar?
Maybe a little bit with the peanut butter. I don't know. What do you
They are
You
a.
know what you could do? Little less sugar, mix in chocolate chips.
think? Chocolate
I've done that
peanut
before.
butter.
You know what else I've done before?
Nutella.
Bacon.
Ew. That sounds delicious.
Ew, so good.
You know, I want it.
Yeah, they're peanut butter cookies.
So simple.
They are
So
good.
warm. Have you dunked yet?
No, I'm not a dunker.
I'm normally not either, but it sounded so good with warm cookies.
It drives me crazy when cookies get into your milk, and you're like drinking cookie milk.
I made garlic chocolate cookies one time. Highly not
Oh,
recommended.
What?
Say what now?
That's what Paul just wrote.
Oh.
That's stinky sweet though.
On purpose?
On purpose. The minced garlic fell into
I
the
thought
cookie
those.
batter.
I thought the minced garlic was white chocolate
Sugar?
chip
Yeah.
on purpose.
Okay.
Ugh.
I want one more. Is that awful?
No.
It's really healthy.
I have ice cream in the fridge or freezer.
You do.
I was about to say if the ice cream's in the fridge, it's
It is
It's
soup
milk.
now.
yeah.
You converted it back into
Chop the
milk.
garlic and everything.
Ew.
Was this like some sort of edgy recipe you were trying?
Were you trying to ward off vampires?
It's for a Halloween party. You know, gotta take the precautions.
Surprise a vampire.
Surprise a vampire. Invite him into your
My
house.
friend promised me that they were good.
You're a liar.
I bet they're not your friend anymore. Because friends don't lie. I think she might have been playing a trick on me.
I do agree with bacon though. Maybe candied bacon, like with the brown sugar on it and stuff.
I don't know. I just crumbled it up really fine.
Paul hosts Edgelord Kitchen where he tries these types of recipes.
Oh my god, I would like that.
I would watch that. There you go. There's your Twitch show, Paul. Edgelord Kitchen.
We all send him in our crappy recipes and he makes them and he's like,
Oh,
oh,
God.
no, I don't want this.
And then he's like,
I'd watch.
Did you know the word gullible isn't in the dictionary? You know, when I was in middle school, I fell for that trick. Okay, actually, yes, this sounds great. I would love to make everyone's terrible recipes.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
One of my mom's favorite recipes is wacky cake, and it's got vinegar in it.
Ew.
It's actually really good.
I've had a chocolate cake with mayonnaise in it. That was good.
Ew.
Some people make chocolate cake with tomato.
I hate
juice.
mayonnaise, but all it did was kind of make it just like real moist and dense.
Moist.
Okay, so how about instead of like actual gross stuff, like it's just gross recipes that actually come out good?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah. You never know watching it if it was good or not in the end.
You know, like back in the like 50s and 60s when they would make like gelatin and put vegetables in it.
Yeah, salads.
Yeah, Jello salads.
Velveeta fudge.
Ew.
Make fudge out of Velveeta. I mean, Velveeta, let's be honest, doesn't taste like anything.
What if you make fudge out of like actual macaroni? Like they're just squares of macaroni and with a fudge consistency?
Please send that recipe to Paul
Yeah.
right away for his new channel.
So I fell for the gullible trick last week when I was in middle school. Chocolate tomato cake is much worse than my food crime.
Yeah, that's bad.
It always surprises me how universal some things can be across long distances. Such as what?
Mayo is, yeah.
Oh, you
Mayo is just eggs and
Oil.
and oil, so why not?
Macaroni fudge is definitely my first stream. Like and subscribe.
I'm in.
Alright.
I like that the music's been going while we've had this little.
It's a very
cookie.
dainty music. Yes, I feel very fancy while I eat my cookies.
Oh, the gullible trick. Got it. Yeah. Okay,
I think I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You might have to narrate.
I'm in cookies.
Okay, you're gonna do it with a mouthful of
Yeah.
cookies. Hold on.
So I pay a visit to.
It is good milk though, right?
Huh?
It tastes good.
Yeah.
So I paid a visit to an old family friend, Barky Budget Dog Auditor. Oh, Barky! And these are her tax returns, the ones she's publicly released anyway.
You should be Barky.
Are you He's Barky. Be Barky. Do it.
I doubt someone as rich as Snowflake Doodle does her own tax return.
Wow, Barky.
What exactly are you looking for?
Oh, no. Anything that stands out as suspicious.
Like a secret employer named RCP?
Exactly. Secret employers, hidden bank accounts, that sort of thing.
That wasn't an example, Jillian. This form here says she got a royalty payment from RCP.
So she has a secret job. No wonder she can afford to spend more than her allowance. Who is RCP?
I'm looking up in their EIN now.